To research chargeback information using the web portal, you may view specific charges or use filter criteria to generate a list of charges. You can also view the detail information about specific charges as well as charge detail reports, images, and disputes for the charges. First, we will review how you can view the charge information for a specific charge using the Search tool. Click on the Search tool in the upper right side of the portal pages and select Charge Detail. Enter a charge number into the item number field below the Search tool and click on the Search button. The portal will display the charge detail page for the charge number that you entered into the item number field. The charge detail page includes a header area with charge data and multiple links at the bottom of the page that can be used to address specific information about the charge. For example, the Documents and Pictures link allows you to access PDFs and image files related to the charge. When you click on the link, you will see thumbnail images of these files. Double-click on an image thumbnail to open an enlarged view of the file in your browser. Click on any of the links at the bottom of the page to view additional information about the charge. The links include reports, documents and pictures, audit or trouble data, audit issue data, emails, disputes, and fill detail. The specific links that you see may vary depending on the retailer. To view a list of charges that meet your search criteria, click on the Find Charges link under the Vendor Tools header in the main menu. The portal will display the Find Charges page. Retailer portals vary as to the age of charges that are maintained for portal research. If you cannot find a charge on the portal, it is possible that the creation date is too old. To find one or more charges that match your search criteria, enter the criteria into the header filter fields at the top of the Find Charges page. For example, to search for charges by a debit date range from March 1st through March 15th, first click the down arrow in the Debit Date Start field and select the date using the Calendar function. Here we've selected March 1st for the start date. Now we will select March 15th for the stop date using the Debit Date Stop field. After entering the date range, click the Search button. The portal will return a list of the charges that meet your filter criteria in the Results grid under the Search area. You may find charges created during the prior calendar week by clicking on the Quick Links menu and selecting Charges Created Last Week. The portal will display the Charges Created Last Week page with the prior week's dates pre-populated into the Debit Date Start and Debit Date Stop fields. Click the Search button to view charges created during the prior week via the Find Charges page. You may enter multiple charge numbers into the Charge Numbers field separated by commas. There is no need to enter data into other filter fields when using the Charge Numbers field. Data in other filter fields may override the charge numbers you entered and return invalid results. The portal automatically minimizes the header filter area when you perform a search. You can open it by clicking on the drop-down arrow to the right of the search box. You may minimize it by clicking on the same arrow again. Apply additional data filters as necessary by entering data into the filter fields and clicking on the Search button until you've narrowed your search results down to the desired level. You may also filter for data in a non-field specific manner by entering data into the Filter Results field in the left upper corner of the results grid. The portal will automatically filter all results fields according to what you enter in the Filter Results field. To remove the filter, simply delete what you entered into the Filter Results field. You may search for specific data in the results grid by pressing Ctrl and F or Command and F to invoke your Internet browser's Search or Find tool. After you open the Search tool, enter any specific data you would like to find in the results grid and press Enter. If there are one or more fields that match your search request, your browser will highlight them in your current results grid. To sort data in a list grid, click on the column heading once with your left mouse button. For example, to sort this data grid by the charge dollar amount, we will click on the Amount field. The portal will sort the data in the grid by the charge amount. Note the arrow in the Amount column is pointing up to indicate that the charge dollar is sorted numerically from low to high. To change the direction of the sort, click on the Amount column again. The portal will sort the data in the reverse direction, or high to low. To return the data in the results grid to the default settings, click on the Reset button in the upper right-hand corner of the results grid. In the dispute column on the left side of the results grid, you will see Create and/or View links. You may click on the View link to view disputes that have already been created for that charge. To create a dispute, either click on the Create link next to an item in the data grid, or select Create Disputes under the Vendor Tools drop-down in the main menu and enter a charge number in the Charge Number field and click Search. On the Create Disputes page, the charge information is pre-populated based on the information that was provided by the vendor. At the bottom of the page, you can add your information and evidence explaining why you feel that the charge was incorrect and should be reversed. Remember, you are responsible for convincing the retailer that the charge was invalid, so you need to include as much evidence as possible in your dispute, which may include photos, PDFs, and a detailed description of why the charge was invalid. If the retailer agrees with the dispute, you will be refunded all or part of the original charge. Comments that you or the retailer add to the dispute during processing of the dispute may be viewed at the bottom of the dispute page in the Comments area. The retailer may return the dispute to you so that you may provide additional information. When this happens, you will receive a supply chain alert email that includes the retailer's explanation for returning the dispute and a link to the dispute record in the vendor portal. The charge number column, which is the second column on the left side of the results grid, contains the charge number for the row and is a link to the charge detail for that charge. Click on the charge number link to view the charge detail page for that link. You may export the data in the grid by using the Export button in the right corner of the results grid. To export data, click on the Export button. The steps necessary to save or open an exported file may vary based on the browser application you use and how it's configured. You may also copy and paste data directly from the data grids into an application on your PC, such as spreadsheet software, using standard copy and paste commands.